Hey guys, it's Dinkeldork here, just here with a quick update. I just got back from Oregon, and I've been busy working on various raid encounters and enhancing them so that I can put them in my repack once the time is right. Where I'm at right now is actually somewhere I've hidden in the game. With the exception of the reagent banker and the transmog, I have two unique NPCs here that only spawn in one location, and this one here will despawn for a week after a certain amount of interactions. This is to help sort of limit the type of items that this particular creature gives you. And you guys have seen some of my Lewis scripts, I'm sure you know exactly what these two NPCs do. Anyway, this is just one of the many ways that I'll have new systems implemented into the game. One of the things I loved originally about WoW was all the discovery, right? So after playing the game so many times, it's hard to find anything new. So it's my hope that I actually can make the appropriate changes and create something that's exciting to discover for everyone. Part of that just involves putting systems in hard to reach places, which is also useful for keeping older content more relevant as time goes on. I have other plans to make older content more relevant, but this is just one of the small ways of doing so, right? Don't worry, this gem vendor is not your typical gem vendor. They actually sell the gems that you can buy from a vendor in Thralamar, for example. But for various reasons, I wanted my level 60 characters who are progressing through raids to have access to gems, and I didn't want them to have access to higher level gems, so I figured this was a good opportunity to use some items that were very rarely used in the actual game itself. I could implement them as part of the profession, but I'm also trying to time gate certain power-ups so that players have to choose who gets what upgrade each week, and you're not getting all these upgrades all at once. Otherwise the power creep just gets a little bit out of control. You'll also notice that I have a chest here which contains an assortment of different things. I actually put in a couple items that are needed in order to make a purchase with this character. Of course, I'm not providing all the items, but it would be nice to just, you know, maybe you're missing like 2 items and you want to make a trade and you've gotten this far. Well, this is a good place to get said item to make a trade. This box also has other goodies in it, such as a mount and the flame tabard. Now the flame tabard is a little bit special, and I'll show you guys here in a second what it does. But these two NPCs are part of the reason why I put a reagent banker and transmogrifier here, because I really don't want people to miss out on being able to utilize these two NPCs once a week. So let me just go ahead and show you a couple other things I've been working on as well. So obviously I'm still working on the Scourge event here in Stormwind. I'm actually going to be starting in the Orgrimmar event this week.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Light.
And as such, I've gone ahead and added a couple more rewards, right? So initially all I had was this light imbued Scourge Stone. Now I have the Argent Tome, Argent Warhorn, you know, stuff that you would actually see as part of the normal Scourge event. I've got another trinket that I'll be adding here. It's a custom trinket that basically casts Death and Decay, or a version of it. And if you save up enough Lich Runes, you can actually purchase a Naxxramas Death Charger, which is basically the same model as the Rivendell's Reigns. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to show you is some of the things that I've been doing with tabards. And if you've been watching some of my other videos, you've probably noticed that I've been using some wing appearances. Well, I've decided to go ahead and attach these to tabards and shirts so that when people play the game they can collect various wings. The neat thing about the transmogrifier too is that you can actually hide the shirt, but you'll still keep the wing effect, so that gives players an option if they just really don't want to wear a tabard. For the Argent Dawn tabard, I went ahead and added these wings. Trying to stick with things that are thematically appropriate or things that are reminiscent of whatever tabard or shirt that I'm using to attach the spell to. Next up we have a Tabard of Flame. I'm probably not going to keep this legendary item, but I have put this tabard in that chest back there that I was showing you. But yeah, it's got about a 15% chance to drop, roughly speaking. And then of course I couldn't resist passing up two of people's favorite tabards. One is the Green Illidari tabard, which comes with these wings, and I thought they were actually very fitting for this particular tabard. And then the other one is the purple, which again, looks pretty good, right? I may have plans in the future to actually attach certain effects to the wings, but for now, they're just pretty much a vanity item that I'm using to make the game just a little bit more fun, right? Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the changes I've been making recently. Like I said, I've been working on scripting out boss fights to make them more interesting. My hope is to make a couple alterations in every raid, particularly in the lower tier raids of each expansion, just because those fights tend to be super easy and we've all played the game enough times that it's actually nice to have a challenge for once. Plus, the entry raids are raids that, again, we've probably done the most. Probably make additions to higher level raids as well. I have an idea for patchwork that I'm going to go ahead and add for Nax 40. But yeah, it's been kind of fun just scripting out fights and figuring out how certain things work within Lua and the Aluna API. So I've had a lot of really good success with it. I'll be showing off some of those encounters later. I just want to make sure that they're working properly and set up to the point where it makes sense to show them off in a video. But anyways, this is just a small update of a couple of the things that I have planned. Planning on having the repack released sometime the middle of next month in March, or perhaps at the end of March if something goes terribly wrong. But I'll give you guys an update with the Discord link. I promise I haven't vanished from the face of the earth. I've just been extremely busy trying to make sure that I get this repack out by a reasonable time. I'm really excited to have a couple people play it. So the repack is obviously going to be a work in progress, but I plan on updating it at least once a week, if not twice a week. The updates might happen more frequently in the earlier phases just because I'm pushing out fixes or things of that nature, and I'm looking forward to all you guys playing it. I promise I'll have more gameplay content as soon as the repack is out. I'm just really trying to work on this deadline. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys on the other side of Azeroth.